Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Rotor Talk Live, Season 3, Episode 47, Sony Airpeak Announced, breaking news. I hope everyone's doing well. I am starting a little early tonight. I'm feeling a little under the weather, but want to get going here. Just wanted to get everything out there. Hope everyone's doing well tonight. ABQ Quadcopter is here. Who else we have in? Jaybird is here tonight. Thank you guys so far for showing up. And again, I apologize for this, but I want to make sure that we can get things in tonight while I'm still feeling half decent. So, got a lot to talk about tonight. Got an exciting new announcement from Sony. Have some other DJI news coming up. But one of the first things that I wanted to run by you guys, as far as news and updates are concerned, everybody loves contests, and Drone XL. There's going to be they're partnering with Drone U for an incredible contest, and want to go ahead and share that with you guys here. Let's see if I got that up. Okay, all right, that's not it. Let's get that up here. Yeah, Drone XL is combining with Drone U, and they have an incredible contest coming up here. And I wanted to go ahead and share that with you guys. I was this is going to be everybody. There's going to be a lot of prizes they're giving away here. So let's go ahead and get this up. It's called a Thanksgiving giveaway, and I'll get this shared with you guys here. There we go. All right. What they're going to be giving away, they're partnering, and there will be 10 winners this year, and they're giving away two Mini 2 drones, a Mavic Air 2 drone, 10 annual all passes of Drone U Flight School, 4 Drone U 3-day 1 live online mapping boot camp, 4 Drone U Mini landing pads, Polar Pro strobes, Firehouse strobes, Osmo Pocket 2, Osmo Mobile 3, DJI goggles, DJI racing goggles, 2 Z-Crane M2 camera gimbals, 10 Part 107 guidebooks, and Tiffin Phantom 4 Pro ND filters. Now, you can go out to Drone XL. You can read the official rules on entry, and I believe all you really have to do is fill out an email. Excuse me. I believe all you really have to do is fill out an email on this, and then you guys can be entered. So I thought I wanted to go ahead and pass that on to you. It's always exciting to be able to enter a contest like this, and it's Drone U and partnering with Drone XL. That's nothing but good there. So definitely go ahead and enter the contest. It's always good to have a chance to win something. Now, that serves as a reminder that, again, we're going to have our annual Christmas giveaway, and you're going to see Valerie in here. We're going to have jingle bells and lights and just have all kind of fun. And we're going to I'm sorry. Like I said, I apologize. We're going to give away some stuff, and it's going to be Build a Drone Reviewer merchandise, because, I found a lot of times I would have giveaways, and for like Mavic 2 landing gear, and somebody who wanted didn't have it, and it was that kind of thing. So I didn't want to get anything drone specific. So we're going to go ahead and do that, because I know that the t-shirts have been popular, the coffee mugs have been really popular. So, and the polo shirt. So we're going to do like we did at the 10,000 subscriber celebration. And I know Ray Kelly can tell you it's a great polo shirt. I can tell you it's a great polo shirt. These are and the cost, what it costs is pretty incredible. And the t-shirts are great too, great quality, and the mugs. Now the mugs, there's no more black mugs. They don't have the black color anymore. So unfortunately, we can't do that. So unless they add black back in there. So that's where we are with that. And again, I apologize that I'm starting early. I just want to get the show in while I'm still feeling half decent here. Okay. The big news, okay, and everybody knows what the big news is, okay. This guy came out, okay, all right. Now, one of the things, and you probably saw in my unboxing video, and I'm going to tell you this right now. One of the things that I thought was just, you know, sometimes it's just the little things that mean a lot. This prop guard right here, this is just incredible. You know, I can't say enough about it. And it's snap hook and everything. It's a little thing, but you know what? It means a lot. It helps protect your drone. I mean, you know, it's one of those things that DJI has in that's just absolutely incredible. One of the, you know, a lot of people have had their videos out, and I'm going to tell you why you haven't seen a video from me in a second here. But I want to share our good friend of the channel, Marcus Crawford and Idaho Quadcopter. Go out there. If you're not subscribed to him, you're missing a lot. Marcus has some of the most scenic areas in this country where he goes filming things. The Snake River Canyon. Yes, that's the one that Evel Knievel made famous. He gets some stellar stuff when he's there. So, but want to go ahead and share a video with you of his that, and yes, I do have his permission for those of you who are asking, okay? This is an incredible video here, folks, okay? And I want you to watch it. And I want you to watch Marcus's reaction. This is incredible here. So let's go ahead and I'll get this queued up here. And we'll get this shared with you guys. Now this is his first, I'm going to set this up. This is his first flight, okay?
Excuse me, folks. I got a dog behind me that's sniffing at me here.
Won't bite you.
No, I'm not worried about that. I'm just I'm focused here. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
What do you do when the power goes
And
out
of course,
for
we
an
get a
hour
commercial here.
or 2 hours? Now, what if it goes?
Okay. So look at that. It's really tilting into the wind there. So there we've noticed the first thing about the drone in this kind of situation, because obviously, like I said, we're going into the wind. Yeah, strong wind warning it's giving me. Yeah. Oh, look at that. Yeah, holy cow. Yeah, we're having some issues here. Okay, I'm going to flip it into sport mode and see if we can get it home. It's getting, what you're seeing here is uncontrolled by me. Yeah, I don't know what the drone's doing here, folks. Yeah, I'm going to hit return to home and see if we can, let's see what happens here. Yeah, it's going down. Yeah, I don't know what, the wind isn't that strong. We're, I think, about to lose a drone here, folks. I have no control over the drone. That is the first time I've ever had a DJI drone. Look at that, we're under the canyon wall. The wind is not that strong. I mean, there was a little bit of a breeze, and it's even let up now. So I don't know, guys, I don't know what to tell you. It's a little scary. Okay, it looks like it's coming home now. I don't know what happened there.
Okay. Wow. Okay. You know, and I tell you what, first thing is, and I got to say this, okay? I know Marcus real well. One of my best friends here on YouTube, one of my best friends, period. Folks, that was ultimate chill under pressure here, okay? It's about to lose a $500 drone, $500 drone. And you heard how calm and cool and collected he was. Okay. That's the first thing that jumps out at me, guys. Okay. The first thing here. I'm going to welcome some people here while we're here. David Leo, Johnny Drone Flyer, Gene Fox, Green Mountain Droning, Matt Cundiff, Jaybird's here, Sam Burns is here, ABQ Quadcopter, Steve Mack, Ken Hoffbauer, Larry B, Drone Flight's here, Hemtech is here. Let's see who else. Okay. I just wanted to call everybody. Wanted to make sure that we did that. Guys, seriously, I am so impressed with how calm Marcus was, okay? It probably also helps when you have insurance on your drone, which I'm pretty sure Marcus has both insurance and he does have DJI Care Refresh. Now, post log to this. He posted a second video today, and he told me, because I've been in touch with him, and he did tell me that he went on for a couple more flights, used up all the batteries, never had another problem at all. So what he's doing with this is he talked to Lauren Donauer, and Lauren looked at his flight logs, and he suggested he contact DJI support. He did. They're going to go ahead under warning. He's sending the Mini 2 back in. So stay tuned for that. We'll keep you posted. We'll let you know what's going on with that. But still, I can't tell you what, how incredible that was to see that. That really was. Marcus just pinged me when I asked him. He says, I should hope for more drones that do that because this video is doing so well. And like I said, Marcus, you get mad props from me, and I'm sure from a lot of other people for the way that you handled this. Okay, that was just absolutely exceptional. Okay. Now I went ahead, you saw me live. I went ahead and ordered the Mini 2 live when we were on here last week. Okay. And I did go ahead and pick that up last week at Best Buy the next day. In fact, I did a nice thing. I was a nice guy. There's an Olive Garden next to our Best Buy, and I treated my beautiful wife to Olive Garden that night. We did carry out, of course. But yeah, that was an absolutely positively nice treat. Okay. Well, why haven't I been able to take up my drone? Okay. I'm going to share my screen with you. There's Florida, it's wonderful living in the state of Florida. Okay. It has, it will occasionally get down to 40, maybe 30 sometimes at night, and everybody panics, but it's far and few between. We don't get a lot of that here. And if we get it, it's probably January. All right. Maybe February, but mostly January when we get that. Well, lo and behold, guess what we have in the Gulf of Mexico? We have a tropical storm, and they're keeping an eye on it right now, and we're supposed to be affected by it, especially tomorrow. Ever since it entered the Gulf, okay, winds in and around where I live are about 30 to 35 miles an hour. I mean, you know what? I couldn't even take my Phantom 4 Pro or Mavic 2 up, okay? This little guy, he has to take a back seat, okay? So stay tuned for my first flight. It will come up as soon as I get a chance to, okay? And I can't tell you how frustrated I am. I mean, seriously, guys. I mean, you get a new drone. you want to take it up? And what was it? I think Johnny Alfonso pinged me. He says, how was your first flight, Bill? And I'm like, I had a couple other ones ping me. And I'm like, no good. Okay. Absolutely no good. But, that'll come sooner rather than later. So, I just kind of wanted to give you guys an update on that. I mean, it's so frustrating. Okay. That night after I got it, we picked it up after work. I had to wait till after work, of course. I got my, let's see, all the batteries are charged up, ready to go. Controller is charged up, ready to go. The app's been updated, ready to go. It's just, you got to laugh because that's all I can do. I mean, it's just like that's all I can do right now. One of the big things that I found out, and I'm going to share with you, found out from my good friend and good friend of the channel and many channels, Cliff Totten, that Sony is going to be releasing a drone. Sony, okay? One of the best technology companies in the world is going to be releasing a drone, okay? Now, the processors and parts of the camera and everything, those are from Sony, okay? And let me tell you something, okay? One of the things, I'm a ham radio guy, all right? And I'll tell you the best ham radios, there's two companies, Yaesu and ICOM. For those of you who are in the ham radio, you know what I'm talking about, okay? Those are both Japanese companies. Both of them make exceptional ham radios, guys. They are stellar. They work flawlessly, okay? I can tell you that when Sony goes into something, it's very rare that they ever fail at something technology-wise. Now, I know one of the things that never caught on with Sony, they tried smartphones, okay? It wasn't their cup of tea, all right? They gave it a good shot, all right? Didn't go. And you can understand that, and that's okay, But they're having a chance to get a drone. Now, I'm going to share a couple things here with you. I first got an email from Cliff. Sony officially enters the drone industry. Sony puts full engineering technology efforts into this. This is going to be a threat to DJI. We certainly know how advanced Sony's semiconductor technology is. We also know that DJI relies heavily of Sony image sensors for their cameras, and now Sony is going to make their own drones. Wow, check this out. And this is what we're going to go ahead and check this out, okay? Now, I'm not going to play this because I don't want to I'm going to drop a link in the description for you guys to check this out, but it's a prop spinning for 15 seconds. This is their teaser trailer here, okay? One of the things in the press text says, Tokyo, Japan, Sony Corporation today announced it has launched a new project for drones in the field of AI robotics. Airpeak will support the creativity of video creators to the fullest extent possible, aiming to contribute to the further development of this entertainment industry, as well as to improved efficiency and savings in various industries. Airpeak will also promote this project to enable drone use with the highest level of safety and reliability in the environments where this has been difficult in the past, okay? Information regarding this project will be regularly updated at the following site, okay? Now, before I take you to that site, the gentleman who wrote this article, there's a Sony drone patent, okay? And we're going to flip through this here, and it looked like it's a small collapsible drone here, okay? You can see it not here. Here's what it looks like. I apologize because it's not oriented right, but this is what it looked like, and they had applied for a patent with this. Now let's go ahead and look at the website here. And of course, the prop is turning, and that's pretty much what your promo video is here. Okay, elevating creativity. There'll be a news site, the launch of the drone project, and pretty much what I just read to you is what they have out here. and then the Airpeak website, which is what we were just on here. So this is coming, from what they say, in spring of 2021. So, this is going to be something I think could have a potential here to really kind of shake up things. All right. Sony has, and here's some positives from this that I want you guys to kind of mull over here. Sony has more capital behind them than an Autel Robotics does. Okay, and as you know, I'm a fan of Autel. All right, and I'm an even bigger fan of competition in the drone market, in the drone play, especially consumer drones. All right, DJI really hasn't had it. Yeah, some from Autel, but they make a dent, but not really. Okay. And then of course Skydio, and Skydio has a good product, but it's a niche product. It's really an action camera drone, if you want to call it that. Okay. But here with Sony, they have capital. Okay. They have funding for this. Okay. Number one. Number two, they have semiconductors perfected. All right. They're incredible at this. This is something that they do, and they do it well. They do it very well. This is something, Sony cameras are known around the world. I mean, and their processors and the technology that is in them. I had a good Sony digital camera. I still have it, but I don't use it anymore because quite honestly, my Galaxy Note 10 Plus is a better camera. I mean, there's no need, and it's with me all the time. So there's no need for that. But, they do this well. All right. And when they're going to enter something like this, okay, they're not going to stick their toes in the water. They're going to go all the way in here. All right. And I can tell you this, you're not going to see, remember the V-copter, okay? You're not going to see something like that, all right? Where, and I've talked to Marcus, and he said from what he saw when he was out at CES, it looked kind of wonky. And there was no displays of it flying, nothing, okay? I can tell you this. Sony is going to put out a quality product, all right? I have a feeling, it's going to be, they're going to have, they may have a possibility of like 2 drones in this field. One that's a Skydio type of drone, because they talked about robotics, okay, and AI. And they also mentioned remote, which kind of leads me to believe they're looking at a consumer type of drone in this segment, all right? Sony's not going to go into it half-baked or just stick their toes in the water. They're going to go in all the way. And you can rest assured that, what's huge for them is one of the parts that DJI uses and a lot of other drone manufacturers use, they make themselves, okay? They're going to have that. There's so much that can be said for this. This is going to be huge, guys. And, and the questions are going to come within, in the days and the following weeks. The first question, okay, what kind of a price do you think this is going to come in at? Well, I'm going to tell you this, all right? We don't even know, there could, like I said, could be 2 different drones, a consumer one and maybe a professional one. A consumer one and a artificial intelligent one, or it could be a combination like a Skydio that has a remote, but is, you can flip the switch and do both. I know you can do that with Skydio, but Skydio is more geared toward AI and the follow me and the action camera kind of thing. So, pricing, I think it's reasonable. And this is just totally off the top of my head because I just found out about this today because Cliff sent this to me today. And I did some investigating. Maybe under 2K. Okay. It's not going to be cheap, guys. You're not going to get this for $500. All right. You're not going to for $500, you're going to get something like a Mini, which is an outstanding drone. Okay. But you're not going to get the Sony Airpeak. Okay. That's going to cost you some coin. Okay. My guess is under 2K. That's just a guess off the top of my head. I don't know. But there's a lot that remains to be seen with this. There's a lot to talk about coming up down the road. So stay tuned. We'll get more information out there to you guys. I'll do some more videos on this as we get information coming here. This is exciting. And I think the thing that probably should excite everybody in the drone world is its competition for DJI. All right. Competition is always fantastic. Okay. I'm a drone fan. All right. I like Autel. I like DJI. I like Fimi. I like a lot of drones. All right. Parrot made a good drone. I still wish they would have continued with the Anafi, but competition is good. And if this is as it sounds, we're gonna see the drone world take notice on this, okay? And we're gonna see some serious competition for DJI, which is gonna push them to build even better, okay? And who's gonna win? You and I are gonna win in this, the consumers. So stay tuned. We got a lot coming up on this, and it's exciting. Okay. We got something to look forward to next year. All right. Not just another DJI product next year, but we have this to look forward to. All right. So stay tuned for that. One of the other things that we recently found out, and Hey Kesteloo put an article out about this, about possibly more DJI releases in 2020. Now, it's like, I got to laugh here, okay? Mavic Air 2 came out this year. The Mini 2 came out, okay? Yeah, and we've had the Pocket 2s come out. The new Ronin gimbals come out. I think that FPV system came out, okay? There's been a lot. They've done a lot. The new Agrises came out. That was just announced, I think, today. So what else can we be looking at? Now, let's go ahead and I'll share this article with you from Hey. Now, Brendan Schulman, who I absolutely love having on the channel, and we're going to get him back. And I want to get him back and talk to him after we get some finalization with remote ID and what it's going to look like and costing and things like that. I really, I consider him the subject matter expert on it. And we enjoyed having him so much on here. And I told him, and I spoke with him after the show, and he is absolutely willing to come back on. And that's what I told him. When we find out more about this, would you come back on? Absolutely. So stay tuned for that. Brendan is a fantastic guy. I really like him. And stay tuned for that, because as soon as we get more information on that, on remote ID and what it's going to really truly look like. It's probably going to be at the end of December. So I'm going to try to get Brendan sometime in January after he's able to digest it as well as us, and he can give us the straight story on it. And he does. And he was so good at laying things out for us about remote ID when we had him on before. So stay tuned for that. As I said, he is fantastic. He's a great guy. And I really like him. But anyway, let's get to this. Now, he sent a tweet. Let's go ahead and bring the tweet up here. Okay. DJI released 6 new products in the past 3 weeks. Surely everyone feels we must be done for the year. I mean, if that isn't a teaser, I don't know what is. All right. Now everybody's saying, "Oh, what can DJI possibly release?" Now, you know, and I agree with Hay here. Now, there's a few candidates. Most likely would be the DJI FPV drone, and there's been some leaked pictures. They think that this may possibly be a leaked picture of it. Don't take that for gospel, but I've seen this before floating around out there. All right. And that would be a possible rumored controller for it. Now, they also talk, and this is one of the things that I really think it's definitely going to be a new DJI Action 2 camera, dropping the name Osmo. You know, would be the Osmo Action. It would be the Osmo Action 2, or they call it the DJI Action 2 camera, which would be an upgrade from what they have there. You know. And, you know, and like Hay said, it would make sense considering, you know, GoPro Hero 9 is out and Insta360 version 2 is out as well, too, to kind of have some competition for that. I'm going to tell you this. There's no more drones coming out. All right. Seriously. I do not. There is just, we all know what's going on with the Mavic 3. Okay. They are waiting for remote ID before they do anything with the Mavic 3. So stay tuned. We're probably looking, and I'm going to say it at a even a conservative estimate, don't expect that until maybe August or September next year, guys. Okay? Because once they finalize what remote ID is going to look like, they're going to need time, take it into research and development, be able, I mean, I'm sure, here's what I think where DJI is with the Mavic 3, okay? They have, everything's down pat, and they probably have built some working models. But what they probably are going to do is they can retrofit those models without having to redo the design and add what it takes for remote ID, okay? It may not be that hard. It may be, for all we know, you know, it may not even be any hardware. It may just be software that's needed. So, you know, but be that as it may, okay, it will take time to develop that code. It'll take time to test this out. And they're not going to release something out in the market without it being thoroughly tested. So that's something you're going to have to stay tuned for. And you know, it's going to be exciting. I have to say this. It's going to be really exciting next year with the announcement from Sony that we have this with DJI, the Mavic 3, that we know it's going to come out. We just don't know when. And like I said, probably end of August, September is when I project that we'll see it. It could be earlier. I don't know. You know, so who knows? Who knows with that? Now, you know, what are we going to see next year? All right. Already said, you know, one of the things, and I haven't heard back, X Dynamics, the Evolve 2. Now, I've been in touch with them and emailed their marketing guy there, and he's been fantastic. And he knows I have a drone channel and not just somebody randomly emailing him. And, you know, he told me, you know, when he gets more information, he'll get back to me. And, you know, and I pinged him several months ago, you know, and I said, you know, I know COVID-19 has put a halt to everything with everybody, but do you have any kind of idea of an ETA? And I haven't heard back. I'm going to go ahead and email him again because the Evolve 1 was very promising. Okay. And I know both Ken Heron and I know Billy Kyle and Ken Dono, I think they had issues with him. I know Ken had issues with the remote. Billy had issues flying. I think Ken had some issues flying with it too. So, you know, there were some kind of bugs and quirks with it. I think Steve, Captain Drone, he had a fairly decent success with it. But, you know, one of the things that stood out to me with the X Dynamics Evolve was that remote. Okay, guys, that's one of the best remotes you'd ever want to see. I mean, it was stellar. I think Ken was telling me the remote by itself, if a replacement for the remote, $900 if you had to replace it on your own for some reason. Okay, and that's for the Evolve 1. $900. That's pretty pricey. Okay. Now, I know one of the things I talked about, it didn't have obstacle avoidance, but it did have that, the 360 camera on there. So I'm really anxious to see if we're going to hear something from them next year, because I think they can be a potential player here. Now, one of the things you need to keep in mind with them is the fact, this is not, this is more of a prosumer type of drone. Okay. This is more geared towards professionals than consumers. Consumers can still get it, but because of the price point, it's probably going to be inching close to $3,000. Is it a replacement for the Inspire? That's open for debate. I'm not even going to answer that question. They talked about camera modules being interchangeable. That is an excellent option to be able to have with that. When things were coming out, and then everything halted. Obviously, everybody's going through COVID-19, so that's one of the things that you need to kind of take into consideration here. For me, I really am anxious to see it. I'm anxious to get a look at it. I'm anxious to see how much they've improved on it. From what I understand, I think Marcus went there, and I think some other people who were at CES, and they were great. Their people were great there. So stay tuned for that. If I get enough information, I'm going to try to ping the marketing guy, see maybe if I can get him on for a show. I think you guys would really like talking to them. I think that would be good. So I'm gonna ping them and see if we can get somebody to talk to us about it, because I know a lot of people, and I've gotten a lot of people ask me questions about the availability of that. So I think it would be of interest and behoove us to go ahead and see if I can get them on. So that's one of these things to stay tuned about. All right. We recently know the Jedi Master of Sunsets. And if I probably have to tell you, you probably should know that that's Ron Braun. Okay. There's nobody better at filming sunsets. All right. He recently got an Autel Evo 2 Pro. All right. It was interesting because I had a conversation with him, and he was sharing with me how, firmware updates, it's not like a DJI drone, Bill. It's like, yeah, Ron, welcome to the world of Autel. It is, it's different. Okay. It's like, and even, Ron's used to, like Hubsan and Fimi and Autel. Yeah, it is different, Ron. But, Ron's got a great drone there, okay? And I know with the sunsets that he gets up there, and we haven't gotten those down here, which is really, we normally get some brilliant sunsets down here, and we haven't gotten them, and that's really kind of been frustrating for me from a videography standpoint and photography standpoint. But he gets them all the time where he lives, which is fortunate, and he gets up there. I mean, he's like, probably, I don't know what, 100 yards from the beach where he lives in New Jersey. But, he gets some great sunsets. Autel. Do I expect anything from Autel this year? I'm going to say no, because they just came out with the Evo 2 this year. Will they do some camera modules? That's possible. They did say, understand this, the Autel Evo 2 in and of itself without the camera, it's the same drone, okay? There's no difference in terms of the specs. And I think a lot of people think, you're getting the Evo 2 Pro and then the thermal, and, there's no difference between those three drones physically, okay? The motors, the battery, everything, okay? The difference is the cameras in each one of them. That's the key right there. Might there be some other camera modules to come out? That's a possibility, okay? Now, I can say this. I'm going to do an episode on drones you should buy for the holidays. if you can try to find an Autel Evo 1, they're going to be at some rock bottom prices right now. Okay. So I'm going to do a whole episode, and I may even make it we may even do it on a Rotor Talk Live, going over drones that, I think you're going to be able to get for a good price. And we'll see maybe if we can snag Ron and Marcus for an hour and do that, because I think that would be a great conversation to have with everybody. Because we'd want to go ahead and see that. So yeah, that's going to be. I think that's going to be real interesting if we can have an hour with that. I think we'll come up with some good choices for everybody. One of the other things, it amazes me. And this is one of the other things I wanted to kind of talk about tonight, and still keeping with what we're going to see in 2021. I had the Hubsan 1. It was a disaster for me. Okay. It really was. It was a disaster. I briefly had the Hubsan 2. I sold it before I even used it. Okay. Because I had heard a lot of people about it. And I think Ron and Marcus's story. Ron has had nothing but a stellar experience, with the exception, of course, that lens flare issue. But Marcus, it was like when he started out, it was like they had drones. One was made on a Monday, one was made on a Tuesday. It was like exact opposites, Marcus's wouldn't hover, it was all over the place, stability issues. Ron's would hover, pretty much do precision landing okay, no issues with that. But Marcus's has gotten better over time. Now, Marcus did get a Xeno Pro Plus, which is very interesting. It has increased range on it and better battery time. So I don't think he's opened it up yet. Obviously, been busy with this guy. I think he's going to be able to do this now that he sent this in. It's probably going to be a couple of weeks before he gets it back. So stay tuned on that. I'm anxious to find out how that goes. And never say never on something, okay? The Fimi 2 has been a surprising drone. I have a video that I filmed, and I'm going to put together for you to get you guys out, get out to you guys. I did an update. I did the latest update to the Fimi, and I wanted you guys to see that, so we'll check that out. But for me, overall, it seems that horizon tilt issue has been fixed, which I'm pleased with. The colors on there, I think, look stellar. I showed Valerie some of these colors, and she's just like, they pop. They're there. They're just vivid. What my big thing is with the Fimi, okay? It's this doggone interference, and it's like that. It's like when you get that splinter and you're trying to get it out, and you think you got it out, and it's still there, and it still hurts. It still bugs you. You're fine, but it's bugging the daylights out of you. That's what that is to me. I'm hoping that Fimi can come out with, to work on that. I think they need to put better shielding inside the drone, personally. Because, all right, I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to take this guy up over that end of the lake, all right? We have OcuSync 2.0 in here. We're not going to have any issues, guys. We're not going to have any issues. So, what can I say? I mean, it's one of those things, and I think for me, I would be willing. Anytime you have to have make an adjustment to something like that, that's not a software change. That's a physical change. Okay, and DJI does well with shielding their drones. Now, the original Mini, not so much. I had some issues going down that end of the lake as well. So, we don't have the same kind of technology in the original Mini and in the Fimi as we do in like the Mini 2 and the Mavic Air 2 and the Mavic 2 series, that OcuSync 2.0. That's a different communication protocol, and it's much more resistant. So stay tuned for that. I'm hopeful, maybe Fimi might do something with that, okay? Because for the price point, for pretty much right around $400, you get a very solid, stable drone that can handle the wind, okay? And down here in Florida, that's one of the things that's really important, is to be able to handle the wind. I mean, if you're near the coast, and pretty much if you're near anywhere in Florida, if you're in Florida, except in the most interior parts where, it doesn't seem as windy, it makes a big difference having a drone to be able to handle the wind. I mean, it's just one of those things. Would DJI come out with any other kind of drone in 2021? Now, I saw somebody recently put out some things, and it was on Hayes' old website, Drone DJ, okay? And I think the guys from Half Chrome Drones run that. And great guys. I met them at the Mavic 2 premiere, Jack, and I'm sorry, I forget the other gentleman's name. Great guys, really like them. They talked about the Phantom 5, okay? They showed that rendering of the one with the collapsible legs. And to be honest with you, what I think that was DJI had that prototype out several years ago. You probably saw the video where they tossed in the air like a frisbee and it started flying and everything. And I think it had that retracting gear in there. I think that's what it was, the schematics for that. All right. It had the camera underneath and everything. Shakespeare said, one of his much ado about nothing. Okay. And I really think that's what that is. Folks, no Phantom 5, all right? It's not gonna come, all right? They're gonna keep the Phantom 4 around long enough. I mean, there's still Phantom 4 RTK. They're gonna have out there for mapping purposes, and they're gonna still make the Phantom 4 Pro V2.0 probably until they run out of parts. Okay, and who knows how long that's gonna be. And that's still a good drone, guys. I mean, I still have mine. I haven't, it's still sitting there. So you can see it over my shoulder here. So, no, no Phantom 5. Okay. So what else? No, can you even begin to think of something that DJI would drone wise and I'm talking not commercially. I'm talking about for the consumer level, okay? We got the Mavic Air 2 this year. We got the Mini 2 this year. They're going to come out with the Mavic 3 next year, which may have features that might rival an Inspire. May, okay? And there may be 2 levels of a Mavic 3. There may be a base and a Pro, and the Pro may be one where it's going to have a camera that can do things like an Inspire. Because let's face it, DJI, they're wanting, for lack of a better term, they're wanting portability. They're wanting something that you can put, say, in an overnight bag and take it with you, or in a very small bag and take it with you and have incredible capabilities. I mean, this little guy in up to moderate winds, I know I'm going to get stellar video from it. I don't even bat an eyelash at it. So, that kind of remains to be seen. But no, I don't see anything else besides a Mavic 3 for DJI next year. I really don't. And the big thing is next year, and as we talked about a little bit back when I had Brendan, talked about Brendan Schulman, about having him back on, because I think it's going to be a key when we find out about remote ID and what all is going to be involved. All right. And to be honest, I don't think it's as scary as everybody is making it out to be. Chicken Little, the sky is falling. It's not falling, guys. But who I feel for in this instance is those from the AMA, the Academy of Model Aeronautics, who have their fields, who I'm a member of, and I'm going to be joining a field this year. let me tell you, these are some of the greatest guys in the world. All right. There's a field not far from where I live here. Fantastic. I think it's about 4 acres, maybe even 5. Just a huge space to fly in. And these guys are some of the friendliest gentlemen you ever want to run into. Incredibly helpful. Just absolutely, positively wonderful guys there, okay? It's like meeting up with drone guys, okay? They talk, you know, they know their language. They, you know, they have their transmitters. They have, you know, servos are big for them, and, you know, batteries are big for them. So I don't know. We'll see. So, we got a lot to look forward to in 2021, guys. We really do. I don't know what else to say. It's been a great year this year. Got some other things coming out, so let's stay tuned for that. I'm looking forward to getting the Mini 2 up. We got a lot of fun coming up with that. We're ready for 2020 to close. I know all of us are. It's been a year that none of us could have ever asked for. So, that's where we're at. So we got a lot to look forward to. You know, coming up in a few weeks, we're gonna have our Christmas giveaway. So look forward to that. We're gonna have a lot of fun there. Now Rick Smith has one too. He has a lot of fun with his, so look out for his. And you know, Rick is fantastic. We're gonna have some. I'm gonna try to line up some guests here, to get them on. I'm looking forward to getting them to you guys. So we'll see. So we'll have a good time. You know, I want to thank you guys for tuning in early. I really appreciate that tonight. I'm feeling a little better, but I wanted to get this show started so I can get it and get a good night's sleep here. Got a lot to look forward to. This has been, while the year personally has probably not been a good year for many, and I would say including myself, on the drone front, we had 2 outstanding drones given to us from DJI, the Mavic Air 2, the Mini 2, some other products. The Pocket 2 looks good. If they come out with the Action 2, the Ronin, or the DJI FPV, there's been a lot. So, guys, that's it for tonight. Hope everybody has a great rest of your night. Thank you so much for tuning in early again. You know, I'm sorry I didn't give you guys an advance notice, but glad you're here. Appreciate that. Thank you all. Be on the lookout for my first flight video. The Mini 2 should be coming up. I'm crossing my fingers. I'm even looking out early in the morning because usually the winds subside. I'm not expecting it. Maybe Thursday I can probably get out to do that. So we'll see. So stay tuned. We'll get that out to you guys. Been a great day. And all, you know, it really, even in spite of the wind, it's been a great day to fly. Hope you all you guys stay safe, keep safe, and remember, as always, it's a